It's Friday, December 12th, 2014, and let's talk about what happened this week over at xdadevelopers.com. First up, as I mentioned in the last video, there's been some confusion surrounding Cyanogen mod on the OnePlus One in India. Cyanogen made a blog post previously trying to clear things up, but they still left a lot of people confused. So as of this week, they went ahead and put out another blog post attempting to help. Their latest update continues to say that all global devices will receive updates, but regional devices in India will not. But according to quite a few of you guys out there, Amazon in India has already started selling the OnePlus One with CM11S pre-installed, so it's really hard to say whether they'll continue to update those devices or not. If I had to hazard a guess, and you know I have to, I'd say that after a certain date, new OnePlus Ones will not be coming with CM11S, that one's obvious, and those devices will obviously not receive OTA updates from Cyanogen. Prior to those dates, it's entirely likely those devices will continue to be updated, unless they've somehow added a flag into the OS or onto the hardware to let them know it's an India-specific device that was sold only in India. Otherwise, they do run the risk of cutting off people who purchased the global model in India as well. As with a lot of things in life, so much of this silly drama could probably have been avoided with proper communication. Moving on though, as of this week, the Sony Xperia TX received an unofficial build of CM12 thanks to XDA senior member updating. As with most other CM12 ROMs, it's very much an alpha build, but there are several features that are working well at this point, so things like Bluetooth, Google Apps, the camera, and even calling. But there are bugs, and they are being hunted down and fixed just as soon as they're found. So if you've got the Xperia TX and you're interested in trying it, maybe helping out, read through the forum thread for all the details. Speaking of Lollipop though, this week HTC did their due diligence with regard to the Google Play editions of the One M7 and the M8, and they've gone ahead and released kernel source for both of those devices on the HTC dev site. So if you've been waiting to start building some custom toys, ROMs, and kernels and whatever else for your device, the source is now out there, so jump on it. Additionally, this week, Google has officially announced the Android Wear watch face API is available. The unofficial methods of creating watch faces people have been using so far are going to continue to be supported until the end of January. That'll give the developers some time to migrate their code over to using this new API. So if you're a Wear watch face developer, do make sure to go read up on it, or if you're interested, you can take the new training class that they put together, which is linked to in their blog post. They're also planning to roll out Android 5 based on the new API 21 to these Android Wear devices starting over the next week, so be on the lookout for that as well. And one last story which goes in the finally department. As of this week, the Android team rolled out the very first stable build of Android Studio, labeling it version 1.0. They're going to treat updates in the future just like they do with Google Chrome, using the Canary, Dev, Beta, and Stable channels. So if you're still holding out and you haven't tried Android Studio yet, now might just be the time. I will admit I actually haven't used it yet, but then again, I'm not an Android app developer, so yeah. Anyway, as usual, 3 other videos were posted to XDA TV this week. TK did another Expose Tuesday talking about screen filter module. Then he did a video comparing several different power banks he's been using. And finally, he did an app review talking about C Notice. But you know what? That's going to be about all from me for today. You can find the links to all the stories I talked about down in the video description as usual, as well as the links to my YouTube channels. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, please do give us a thumbs up down below the video. We definitely appreciate it. And remember to subscribe to receive all of our content as soon as it becomes available. Thank you guys so much for watching though, and I will see you again next time.